We now welcome to the show a guy who's been to several combines and has also made a name for himself.
Peter.
One of our favorite guys on the network. He's here every Tuesday morning. Scott Pioli, welcome back to Good Morning Football.
Hey, Scott.
Scott.
Good morning. Yeah, I've been to a few combines, unfortunately.
No, we like Indy. I'm excited for it. Jalen Hurts went from a player who was questioned before this season, and we didn't know if he was going to be the guy, to officially becoming now one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. They can do his contract. They can do an extension this offseason. How do you see it going with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and, of course, Howie Roseman at the levers?
You know, Peter, Howie is a different GM than he was years ago, and I say this with great respect because I think many of us, when we're younger, we're very aggressive. We want to get things done. We're not always paying attention to all of the factors involved. So I think that the way the Eagles are going to approach this is they're going to say, hey, listen, long season for Jalen physically, mentally, emotionally. Let him be still for a while. But I think Howie will let his representatives know, or maybe has done that already, and let Jalen know, listen, when you're ready, we're ready. Let's get this thing done. However, we're going to give you some time to relax, get yourself together, and get refocused on the new season and the future. One of the problems that the Eagles are going to be up against are all of the recent contracts that got done. And again, they're not all totally relevant, but they will have some say-so in the Jalen Hurts contract. And we're talking about Russell Wilson, we're talking about Kyler Murray, we're talking about the Cleveland contract. A lot of money went out, and a lot of guaranteed money went out. And what's not going to happen with Jalen Hurts is it's not going to get any less than that. So it's going to be a very interesting thing to watch this offseason for sure.
Scott, we as a table have never been more entertained by Derek Carr. The whole thing going on here in the soap opera and the release and the impending this and that. Won't accept a trade. Is expected to be released imminently. It's all very fascinating. Where does it go from here? If you were the Raiders, what do you do now?
Kyle, the Raiders don't have much that they can do. The player controls this entire situation. Once you give a player a no-trade clause, they are in the driver's seat. And that's where the Raiders sit right now, and that's where Derek Carr sits. And again, I think it's important, having been someone that was with a club for all those years, you don't always necessarily see the other side as clearly as you maybe want to or need to. But here's the situation. No one should begrudge Derek Carr for wanting two things. First of all the money that he wants and thinks that he can get. The second thing is to go and play for a football team wherever he wants. That's every player's dream, is to have choices to be able to go where they want to go. So once the Raiders agreed to that contract, all of their leverage and all of their control really went out the window.
That's an interesting way to look at it, and the future is bright for him no matter where he ends up, you would think. Scott, in your time, you won 3 Super Bowls in player personnel during the Belichick-Brady era in New England. It was an epic time. Those two are the most accomplished head coach-quarterback combo to ever do it. You have to draw similarities, or differences even, between those two and what they did in New England and their personalities and what we are now witnessing in Kansas City with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. What are a couple of those bullets for you?
So, Jamie, I think the most obvious ones are you've got two teams that have future Hall of Fame coaches, head coaches, in Bill Belichick and Andy Reid. The other thing you have is possibly the greatest quarterback of all time, who was, during his time, the best quarterback in the National Football League, and that's what when Tom Brady, that's what the Chiefs have right now in Patrick Mahomes. But here's some of the other similarities that I've seen over the last couple of years. When you look at these teams and the fact that they've had success, early in Brady's career, he had a very, very good defense around him. He had a very good group of special teams. Both the defense and the special teams were opportunistic and created a lot of situations to help Tom Brady. We've seen some of the very same things, I think, for Patrick Mahomes. You look at this past weekend. We had a defensive touchdown that really helped the Chiefs. Then you had a great punt return that really made a difference in the game. So along with seeing a great head coach, 2 great head coaches, 2 great quarterbacks, you see an entire team, because what they've done is they've built an infrastructure at both of those organizations during the most successful times, where there was very strong assistant coaches, front office, scouts, people who all were going towards the same goal for the same reasons and looking for the same type of people.
Yeah, I love that you said the word infrastructure, and what the Chiefs have done with Mahomes and Andy Reid there. This year was special because they had to reimagine their offense when obviously Tyreek Hill went to Miami. And this season, it combined 61 games were started by first-year players on Kansas City's. Tell us about the job of Brett Veach and the Chiefs front office of what they had to do this season to build a roster to get back to the Super Bowl and ultimately win it.
They did a terrific job, and I think one of the most important parts of them being able to do a good job starts with Brett Veach. The fact that he has been there for now over a decade. Before he was the general manager, he was in a role there. So there's this thing of continuity and understanding what the head coach needs, what the assistant coaches need. And every good personnel director that makes personnel decisions has a group of scouts and evaluators around them that do a terrific job. And that's what they've done. You know, I mentioned the word infrastructure. They have a tremendous player personnel and scouting infrastructure. They have guys that have been there forever, like Willie Davis, Pat Sperduto, Ryan Nutt. These guys, Mike Borgonzi, they have done a terrific job in understanding what the team needs, what is needed in terms of personality, not just scheme-wise. So Brett Veach and that staff has done a great job of restocking that roster and making sure that they're ready when there are problems and maybe they have to use youthful players.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. They had 24 of the guys who were on the team last year when they lost to the Bengals were not on the team this year. Think about that roster turnover. And, of course, we know about Kelsey and Jones and Mahomes. But, Scott, to your point, it's not just the GM. There's an entire front office and scouts working the room to try to make that happen.
No, for sure. You know, again, I remember when I was with the Patriots, we had a couple of years where we had the most starters, different starters over the course of the season because of injuries. But Bill couldn't do all that work alone. I couldn't do all that work alone. We had scouts and people around us who were constantly identifying players to make sure that we were able to do our job well.
Yeah. Thank you, Scott. Awesome stuff. And we're going to be getting a lot of your information over the next few weeks, and especially from the Combine, where you know your eyes are going to be on the ground.
Thanks, brother.
Love it. Appreciate it, Scott.
Take care.